you just saw is basically the ending of a patch repair panel on a classic car. Now this is the bottom of the floor. Let me go ahead and show you the car here. You can see we got it on a rotisserie. And we found some very minor rust in it. Now the rust that we found, the major rust, was right here around the shifter, where the shifter goes. And what happens, I'll tell you how this got this way, is in between where the shifter housing is welded to the body, moisture got down in here and it rotted it out. So we went ahead and patched that, but I got a very serious question for you, and I want you to give me an honest answer on this. We also have a little bit of rust down here that we got to patch. We're going to go ahead and clean this up and spot weld that. We got another rust patch right there that we're going to fix. And then we're going to go ahead and do something with this as well. And as you can see, a mirror image, we got a little bit of rust right there. So this is my question. Would you call that a hack job? Is that a hack job repair by not replacing the whole floor? By making our own panel, you can see that, made my own panel. And I'm going to show you this one here as we get to it. I made my own panel. I saved the owner thousands of dollars probably. To replace the floor on this car would be extreme amounts of money when there's nothing wrong with it. You can see that. And all we have is minor rust. A lot of people are going to look at that repair and say, you're a hack. That's a hack job repair. That's a cheesy, inexpensive way to fix floor rust on a vintage classic car such as this 1971 Chevelle. That's what they're going to say. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through. I've already cut this one out. This one was actually bigger than this one. And I'm going to walk you through what we're doing here. And as you look at that, you can see that's a pretty big hole. All right, that's a pretty big hole because that was rotted out, rusted in a big situation. And if you look right here down on the floor, here's the piece that was rusted out. Go ahead and grab that and I'll show that to you. And you can see it came out of here just like that. So we went ahead and cut that out. And you can see I also kept the part of the tunnel itself that's welded on. This is where the shifter would go. And I'm going to take you through the steps real quick like. And then you're going to tell me, is this a hack job? Or is this the way that you would repair that for the customer? We took the body off of the vehicle because it was heavily surface rusted from being up on the East Coast. And we found out that, oh, that's all it was surface rust. But we want to repair these small spots instead of thousands and thousands of dollars in replacing floors. So here's our hack job patch panel repair that we're going to fix. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a piece of poster board, and I'm going to take my fingers and outline this using my fingers to do this with. And then, since we did some repairs on the vehicle on the outside of the car, what this is a lower extension. This is left over from his vehicle, so he doesn't have to buy any metal. We can go ahead and use this because I always keep the extra pieces due to the contours and the angles. You'll never know when you come across that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this out, And we're not going to have to be real particular about it. I just want to get the basic size of what we got here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer that to our panel that the owner's already paid for. So that saved them some money right there. But when I transfer it, I'm going to go approximately, a half an inch bigger than the piece that I traced out. And now we can take the patch panel that we made, we can go ahead and start molding it to the car. And what I'm going to do, I am going to actually weld the bottom first. So we're just going to tack weld this on here just like this. I want you to pay attention real close here. Now that we have that spot welded in several places, we can go ahead and start molding it with our hammer. Now that we have it spot welded all the way around, we can go ahead and stitch weld that and clean it up for a finished job. So we are now done with our patch panel. It's called a quick patch panel repair. We saved the owner thousands of dollars, I might say. Not just in labor, but in parts as well. I think it came out nice. I think that it's going to last another 70 years. And it's going to be a patch that my friend Pete did for the owner and didn't hack it. You can see there's a patch there. We got that patch there. You saw how I did it. What I will do once we are done repairing all of the little imperfections of the rust on the bottom of this car, we're going to go ahead and paint that. And then on the inside, I will take some brushable seam sealer. Brushable seam sealer. And on the inside, I will put the seam sealer over all of the patches that I make. So if you think I'm a hack, leave a comment down in the comments. And if you think that's a professional repair, leave a comment in the comments. Do my friend Pete a favor, whatever you leave a thumbs up because you did watch this video and you are leaving a comment. And it really makes a difference when it comes to views on my videos. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. You're watching the videos. Whether you leave bad comments or good comments, you're still watching them. Hack job, hacker, life hack. It's a hack. It's a job. It's done right. Because that's the way my friend Pete does it, is right. just got done painting it a couple days ago, and you can see it came out really, really nice. I'm very happy with it. We went ahead and used a semi-gloss paint on it. It was an alkyd paint, to be exact. Very, very high quality alkyd paint. 2 full wet coats, it's a done deal. But let's go ahead and concentrate on the real situation, and that's right here. Here's one patch. Here's another patch. And you can see, I'm not even going to say it. If that's not professional, I don't know what is. So I'm going to ask you a question again. Is that a hack job? Did we hack that job in? Is that what you would call a hack job? Because a lot of people out there would say yes. I'm going to say no. That's a professional, high quality repair patch panel job that turned out very nice. We saved the customer thousands of dollars, I might say. And we can move forward with restoring and finishing this car. Here's another patch. I don't know if I showed you this one, but there was a patch right here in this area where these 2 seams met. And what we did, we went over that with some brushable seam sealer, painted it, and it looks awesome. The customer's happy, he loves the job, and we're ready to get this car off of the rotisserie, put it back on the rolling chassis drivetrain, and get this car out of the shop. So being a professional doesn't mean that you have to replace every little bit and piece on it. Fixing and repairing the part to save money, to me, is more important than actually spending thousands of dollars for panels and replacing those to make the job perfect. And just to give you a little example of panel patch repair versus complete panel repair, let's go ahead and look at this car. If you look at this car, the 1966 Chevelle, this is far and beyond putting a patch panel in it. You can see the dash right here. Even purchasing this isn't enough. Alright, this panel here is this panel. That's not even enough. We have to go to the extreme to actually buy the dash panel itself and replace part of that. So just because you saw my friend Pete do a patch panel repair, that's because, in my opinion, that was to save the owner money, save me time, and to fix it properly. But in a position like this, you see that? That doesn't even meet up with it. You can see where it's rotted. No, we're not going to make a patch panel for that. And then if you can look through all this mess here, because I'm actually in the middle of cleaning the floor out inside the vehicle, if you can look, they don't make a deck lid panel for this vehicle. So I had to buy a 2-door one, and I thought the 2-door one would possibly fit, but as you can see, it doesn't. So I have to buy another 2-door panel and then take 2 panels to make 1 panel that'll work. So there you go. So we'll go ahead and get this car off of the rotisserie. Before we do that, I'm going to keep it on the rotisserie and going to go ahead and do some body work. I got all the body work roughed in on it. It's not hack job body work. And I'm going to go back over the body work, but I want to do it on the rotisserie because it's going to be at eye level while I do it. The car's coming out beautiful. I think it's going to be awesome. And we are not doing hack work over here and hack jobs and all that. We're restoring cars and doing them the right way. The My Friend Pete way. Take it easy.